The creche is the part of the nativity that goes like this. This is a creche, right? And the manger is like the little feed box that baby Jesus was in, because Mary was all like, I can't give birth in a hotel because no one will let me. So I got to do it here. And this is the real story of the first Christmas. Joseph was like, "Wow," and Mary was like, "Oh, she had long hair. She's a woman." And she was wearing like a robe. And Jesus was like, "Wah." Yeah. And then there was like, well, you probably can't tell from this beautiful depiction of the animal, but that's the donkey that Mary rode on. That's a bad donkey. But there, I know there were sheep, because that's a theme in the Bible is sheep. Because like Lamb of God, and like the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, and like sheep are a definite theme in this story. Um, who else was there? Oh, there was like an angel up here, and she was like, "Wow." She was like, "Justice reigns from above." Wow. And then who else was there? Joseph had dad jeans on and a t-shirt, and like, I bet you. Okay, I bet you Joseph looked like Alex from the Decks. Just gonna put that one out there. Um, there was like a cow. There was like a little shepherd boy, and he had weird arms and a staff. He was a shepherd, so he had one of these. Can we just notice how effortlessly I drew that beautiful shepherd staff, and like literally all of the rest of this is like ass trash. Sorry, I said a swear. And he's little Jesus, and he's a shiny, happy baby, and he's like giving off light because, and to the earth it gave great light. Who else was there? I mean, the three kings weren't there, but they were on their way because there was a star. The star was there though. The star was there. Um, I should fix Mary's hands. I did a bad job on them. There we go. Now, like, everything looks great. Mary's got nice hands. That kid is. Oh, you know what? He would look cool with. He'd look cool with some four hairs. We're here. We know this is the end product, but how did we get to this place? First, there was a Mary. And she always wore this. Because if you ever see her, she wears this a lot. And she was sitting like under a tree or something. I'm imagining it was a tree. And an angel came to Mary, and he was a big angel. And the angel was like, he's like, hey, you're the only girl on Earth that is any good right now. And he was also wearing a t-shirt. Mary went on Yahoo Answers on her old iMac because this happened, like, remember these guys? And Mary was like, and then she had to tell Joseph. And as we all know, this is what Joseph looked like. He had a v-neck and a shirt that says Joe. And Mary's real pregnant right now. So she's in like a maternity shawl. Mary's like, I'm pregante, and Joe's like, no way. But then, like, God or an angel or, like, someone from the sky is like, she is. And Joe is like, he's like, oh, okay, I believe you, Sky Voice. And she's, like, real pregnant. And also the Mona Lisa, apparently, in this image. And then they had to go to Bethlehem, and Mary had to ride on a donkey, like probably side saddle, and it was probably really uncomfortable because she was pregnant. Man, that's such a good donkey. Joe was walking with her, and he was like, I can't believe my wife is pregnant. And Mary is like, she's like real uncomfortable at this point because she's pregnant on a donkey and she has to go somewhere far away. And it's like, doing anything when you're pregnant isn't fun. Like, I don't know how far they were from Bethlehem. And then we get to Bethlehem and they try to find, like, there's a inn. And then there's like another like place. I think they try like multiple places. And like Mary's still on the donkey. And she's real pregnant. And she's like, she's really pregnant because she's about to give birth. And the guy in the inn is like bad. And he doesn't want to let them in. So they gotta go somewhere else. That's Legs, I guess. That's on Joe. So they gotta go somewhere else. And the only place they can find is it's it's like a stable, and there's like um there's like some moo cows in there, and there's like sheep. That's not what sheep look like, but like, and so Mary's like, Mary is, she's the picture of grace, really, but she's like, I'm gonna pop, bro. So they have to get off her donkey, and then she has to like, they have to like get all the animals out, but then she's like, here's the creche, and she's like given like some birth, and she's like, this is embarrassing. This is Mary. She's embarrassed. And Joe's like, I can't watch. This is kind of gross. There's like a sheep looking at him. And Mary's like, this is embarrassing. There's sheeps looking at me. There's like all these animals looking at me while I'm grunting away trying to give birth. And it's like, Mary, it's sad because like she didn't even like ask for this. It happened, and this whole time there's this star going bingy 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 bingy. Hey, guess what? Everybody, come look at this woman give birth in a stall. So like soon you get like the shepherd boy that shows up, and he's like real interesting. He's like real interested in the birth. And he's got like really dumb clothes on. And he's got like a bunch of sheep. That's a sheep now. That's a shepherd with his sheep. And Mary is just trying to give birth, and it's not a lot of fun for anybody, especially Mary. And then like depending on like what version of the story you're going with, sometimes up to 3 kings show up wearing like real weird stuff because you gotta know they're not from around here. And they bring camels. He's just got like a tunic on. And they bring camels. Which, like, that's just even more people looking at Mary. And she's still up there grunting and unhappy. And then, like, there's always a king with, like, a really stupid hat and, like, a beard. He's definitely got a beard. And he's got... Oh, he's the one with elf shoes on. And, like, a robe. And they've got really useless gifts. Like, they don't have a Babies R Us gift card for Mary. They have, for starters, they've got, like, 2 more camels. And they were on the camels for a while, but then they got off the camels, and that's why the camels are there. But they've got a bunch of useless stuff. There's, gold. Gold can be used. But then, like, the one guy's got, like, incense. His name is Frank Incense. And there's one guy's got myrrh. And nobody even knows what that is. And then we get back to... this scene where Mary is finally, like, she's given birth to Jesus. The angel's there and is like, oh, yes, it happened. It worked. And, now Joseph is, like, more into this idea that he's gonna be a dad. And, like, baby Jesus shows up and everyone is just so ecstatic that, like, they change the year. Like, it used to be like 1 BC, but now it's 1 AD because Jesus is here, and he's so important that they have to, like, it's not like they have to, like, change the month on the calendar, so they literally have to make an entire new scale of time because now it's Jesus time, and that's AD, and that's where we are now. And then, so that's the story of the first Christmas.